Hello everyone, and welcome back to Aikido Virtual Dojo. Today we're going to look at Shomen'uchi Yonkyo, and specifically omote waza. And Yonkyo is the fourth teaching or control, coming after ikkyo, nikkyo, and sankyo. And when you get it just right, there's something special that happens, and we will explain that later on in the video, so stay tuned. So we're going to take a look at the footwork now, starting in our hanmi position and entering in from Shomen'uchi. So as we enter in for the omote waza, we bring in a partner into the locked position. We transition into the Yonkyo, and then for the pin, we basically just slide forward and enter in for the last part into the pin. So in the beginning of this technique, we're going to begin with Shomen'uchi, and we're going to move into the position here, almost like ikkyo, and coming down here, and moving almost like sankyo as we move into the arm here. Okay, so now we're kind of blocking the space here for our partner and kind of keeping him under control here for a transition that we're going to show you in a close-up. Okay, so once we're in the locked position here, then we need to make the transition. To make the transition, we're going to come to the hand that's in the back and sliding a bit underneath, so we almost pick up the hand above the elbow. Okay, and this way, we have this angle here that kind of begins to spiral from underneath the wrist, the hand, and can spiral and make this first connection into the arm and the shoulder. After that connection, the hand that's at the elbow can slide down into a position, taking the arm and the wrist almost like a sword. So now we have this almost in a sword-like position, and we can move on from here to the takedown. So now once we have the Yonkyo ready, we're going to take him down from here. We're going to go down to the ground. To do that, I need to connect into his body, and I do that through the Yonkyo. So I have the Yonkyo. I want to connect into the elbow, into the shoulder, and finally into the whole body. And that's done also from my body. So once I have this connection through the arm, the spiral, then I'm going to move from my base, my body, taking his whole body forward and down.
Once we get into this position where the partner is, the uke is on the tatami, on the ground, and I'm still holding the Yonkyo here. And now there are two things that are important. One thing is, I want to be close enough. I don't want to be reaching from far away so that I'm not stable and I can be pulled. So I want a nice position here. And the second thing is, the pin itself, I do it as if I was finishing a sword cut. So I have my base, and actually I'm moving from the hips. So I don't play here on the wrist, but I take a movement with the hips as if I was finishing a sword cut going down here. And one more thing that can help is I imagine that I'm directing the shoulder into the ground into the tatami.
So as a bonus here, whenever we're doing this position, getting into the Yonkyo position, coming underneath, it exposes 4 different areas close to the wrist, either on the bottom or on the top. So in this example, it's the bottom of the wrist, the pulse of the wrist. And these 4 points on the edges here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 underneath, are actually very vulnerable to the nerves. Okay, so once we get into position here, the knuckles of the hand, or these joints here, will be just in contact with those very sensitive areas. So if you get this position just right, then when you apply the Yonkyo, then you start to actually press a little bit against the nerve. So you get on your partner's nerves, literally. Bam.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.